a certificate, say it for me.
Certificate.
For it, and, maybe we can bring it and show everybody.
I've got a
He
document.
hasn't got the paperwork yet on it, but he's got the hours in.
I've got to document all my hours from December 2008 to today. And then have to sit through probably a Zoom meeting interview to explain, you know, what my job duties were
Through
for
all
these
those
hours.
It's not easy.
It's 7,000 hours.
That's
Seven 7,000 hours of documented experience.
Okay, you contact Renee,
Yes.
and we'll try to put together a meeting early next week and get this done.
That's what you-
Okay? Okay, thanks, Dustin.
Yep, thank you.
Thanks. Okay, city administrator reports.
Okay, I'll go through quick, so we can reach the board of meeting help too. Okay, financial statement, first page, we are at 8.1 million at the bank. This is the last month of the fiscal year. We go to page 2.
I'm sorry, I meant to bring this up earlier.
Yeah.
Is there, interest rates are 5%, and I know you've got reserve requirements. Is there any of this, I know there's capital money in here for that proceed. Is there any portion of this money that could be earning 5%?
We are investing in the second page, I'll show you.
Okay.
On the second page, you would see we have 4 million on the water in CD at our local bank and 2 million for electric. You see that line?
I do.
All those CDs and savings. So we're investing.
Okay.
Right? So on the second page, that we finishing now the fiscal year, the difference between the beginning, July 1st, and the ending of June 30th, we showed a loss of 3.6 million.
So, sorry to go back on this. Are these locked in for a certain number of?
3 months.
Okay.
You know, and we watch the cash flow and sometimes that's garbage. I started with 6 million. Tomorrow I'm gonna go that take that forward and make it 2 million.
$600,000 out.
Yeah, because
The
there's 2
guy
million
didn't show
on
up
the
to ask
bill
for his
list.
money.
The bill list has 1 million.
I'm gonna send someone to his office, and I'm gonna bill him for $600,000, I'm not gonna show that. Sorry.
So yeah, we just take the CDs, you know, back and forth and according to our cash flow. But we all into investment. So between the beginning, July 1st, 2022 and the ending of June 30th, 2023, we shown a loss of 3.6 million, but that's with the water project. I think the project, there will be a loss number of 554,000. That's the number that the guy from DGR was giving you right now. You go to page 3, we stayed within the budget. We amended our budget to be 9.0 and we spent 7.6. We worked within our budget. Page 4 is the end of the month of June. In the month of June, the difference between the beginning and ending balance, we lost 19,000. We actually didn't lose if we take the project out. Okay, so we ended the year with a plus number, not negative number. That's the bottom line to it. The next page is the breakdown of the budget for your information, sales tax, water, electric, insufficient fund, customer deposit. We go into the report that we all like, the delinquent account, we only have 2. They will be shown, those 2 will be shown on page 2 with the check mark to the right hand without saying names. That take us through page 3 to end the report. Second report, the delinquent account paid in full, we have 2 people paid in full, will be showing on page 3 with the 2 check marks without saying names. That take us through page 4 to end the report. Next report is the payment agreement. We added 4 people with the check mark. The report after that is the full payment agreement. We have 3 people paid, will be shown on page 1. Another one will be shown on page 2 with the check mark. And the last one will be showing on page 6. And that takes us to page 7 to end the report. The next report is the budget billing. We have 2 we taken out with the budget billing. with the check mark. Last report, diseased or bankrupt, no change, and then the offset program, just for your information. That takes care of the report.
Agenda item number 10 is public forum. Pat, do you have anything?
I think we've covered a lot of ground already on our agenda, so
Okay.
I really don't have a whole lot to add.
Do you want to talk about Chip? Do you want to talk about your meeting earlier today?
So the item that's at your seats is just an overview of what the call it committee met earlier at 4:45 today. The first page, and I'll just briefly go over this, the first page is a little bit of a repeat of the material that was handed out on June 12th. That breaks down various cost allocations of the water utility cost of housing phase 4, and the scenarios are identified in the gray shaded row. And then these various scenarios are shown on the second page, exhibit 2, in terms of option 1 is whether interest expense is included. Option 1 does not include interest expense, option 2 does. And then the options are labeled along the left of the page. Those correspond to what's back on the first page. And then it shows the annual cost without interest and with interest under option 1 and 2. And then it's important to note the assumptions at the bottom of the page. I think we're just kind of working through this as getting more information for the board, and it'll come back again to a future board meeting. So,
Okay.
that's what we have for now.
Thank you, Chip.
Can I jump in on that?
Yep.
So, I don't know if I said this before, but like I said, before the $7 million bond issue, our profit margin was 20%, we're going down to 10 afterwards. So this isn't just, it's not just easy to throw another.
Yeah. It's a lot of work, thank you, Chair, and Sarah, welcome, Chair, very good. And we will come up with final product here very soon, hopefully.
And you've gotten a lot of projects accomplished with
Yes.
the water
Yes.
certainly that's going on. That's
I
pretty
think
major.
the whole town is getting a lot of projects, citywide and utility too. So thank you for your help throughout that process, thank you to the council members and board members for cooperating. The whole organization looks good, we have good employees to trying to advance themselves, and I think everything is good. We ended
Chip, I have to tell you that, because I know a lot of this stuff, a lot of the time you spend, you're not paid to do that. Sometimes I think you should be, but you're not, and the help you've given is indispensable.
absolutely.
Appreciate being able to do it.
Absolutely, and to finish up, I wanna thank the utility, we ending the year financially strong, so as the city. We ended the year financially very strong according to the policy that we have set on the city. This is just an that we ended exactly as we set it up, 1.1 million reserve, all these things, so.
And both the city and the utilities, like Chip said, have done